So I'm out and you know how we be going through, well, no, I'm not out, but I'm at home and it's late night and I'm scrolling through my TikTok. TikTok is addictive, y'all, if y'all don't know. But I done finished work and I'm scrolling through my TikTok and I see this video that I was like, just like, here we go again. And the video was talking about a hairstylist that was in Atlanta, Georgia, right? And the hairstylist was so nasty. And y'all know how I am about these things or whatever. I have countless videos telling you, young ladies, what you should and should not deal with. The name of this video is going to be You're My Hairstylist. Who do you think you're talking to? All right. And the reason for this is because I want to say shame to that hairstylist. And that is, she is a direct, what's the word? She is the reason why we have low sales when it comes to people coming to the salons. A lot of people don't want to go to the salons. If they do, I'm not saying that they don't, because I know a lot of $1 million salons. I know a lot of not $1 million salons. I know all black salons. I know all Caucasian salons. People are still bringing their money to those salons, but the reason why is because they're getting the service that they need. So I'm not saying we are being put to the side, and a lot of people are not. There are a lot of people that are going to the salons, and there are a lot of people that just refuse to because of that person, that hairstylist. That is a direct example. And as I watched the video, I saw in the comments where more and more young ladies knew who she was, and they were like, oh my gosh, she is so nasty in the way she talks. So I want to tell you really quick how the story goes. I'm not going to go into it because it was a long detailed story. It wasn't that long, but I'm just going to point out the things that I saw. And I'm starting this Sunday, we're doing a live, right, on Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist with celebrity stylist Dawn Ferguson. And we're talking about a woman's worth. And this was a prime example, and I'm almost positive I'm going to come out with this same story, talking about the fact that the reason why we do the things we do. And this is a prime example. So this young lady, or this older woman, let me take that back. She was older, maybe in her 40s. She went to this hairstylist, and the reason why she was going to this hairstylist was because her gift was superb. She can slay hair, and I tell you guys all the time, you guys mix the gift with the character and the different things like that, and it's beautiful the way she worded it towards the end, her lessons that she learned, it actually was a really cool story. But the young lady, the older woman came, I don't want to say older woman, but the woman came into the salon. And the reason why she liked the salon was that the person was dealing with a lot of clients who had hair loss, right? She was doing the 27 pieces, the extensions, the glue-on hair. It was very discreet. It was in a place where it was just her and her daughter that worked in the salon, a very small place. And so that was the first thing that caught her eye, that she enjoyed, because she's a woman that had experienced, she did bad practices for many years, and now she's dealing with hair loss in her 40s. And I just did a video about you young ladies that are in your teens that are doing things that in your 40s, this is what you're going to experience. And the woman was like, well, she's young, she's in her 40s. The young lady was like, telling us about how bad the attitude of the stylist was. And the reason why the stylist was cocky and arrogant and nasty towards that young lady and many others was because you guys support her business. I guarantee you, if you pull your money away, and I hate saying that because I know she need her money, she got bills to pay, but she doesn't need it that bad because she's mistreating the very people that pay her bills. And a lot of you don't understand your power. You don't understand your power as a woman. And when you understand, as a woman, as a person, as a consumer, we are in the beauty industry. Let me just say this real quick. That beauty industry, I think it's in the billions. Do you know that we are, the black women are the ones that are spending the most money. Come on. So you have power in that. But if you continue to support people like this, you're going to continue to be on TikTok and something and anything else explaining to us why you subject yourself to abuse from somebody that can't put you into hell or heaven. So I don't even understand that. I don't let the I don't let the opinions of people now make the decision for my life. I always tell people when I come into relationships with them, I didn't come here to look for validation. I already know who I am. I had a father that raised me and told me who I was. So I already knew who I was, who I am. I already know who I am. So when I come into your life, I'm not looking for you to validate me. I'm not looking for you to tell me my worth. I understand who I am. You understand what I mean? And a lot of us don't understand that. So we go into these places and we get into relationships and we get mistreated. And I'm included in that. I'm not telling you, there's certain parts of me that I still struggle. So when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking down to you or I'm trying to make you feel a certain way. I'm talking to you as a person that understands, but it has to stop and it has to change. You cannot support someone that thinks nothing of you, but depends solely on you, because she depends on you. Because if you don't come in there and you don't support her business, she's going to start wondering. Then she's going to become humble. Right? And things are going to change. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that out. So the young lady said the first time she said she would be scared to ask a question or suggest anything for her hair because the lady was so nasty. Her response was nasty. She said the first time when she came in there, she had a bag. She said like a medium-sized bag. And the lady told her, you can't bring that in here because my plate's small. So she had to take the purse out. I'm like, what? First of all, I'm like, wait a minute. So you telling me I can't have my purse with me? That would have been also a big indication. So let me rewind it back. So before I rewind it back, she had to take her purse, put it in the car, take the money out. Anything that happened to that purse, right? So that's you mean your place that small, you can't add a purse in there? Well, maybe if you put your daughter out, unless she's servicing and you got a bunch of people coming there, put her out. So to make sure that your customers are comfortable. But see, we don't think like that. We feel the hairstylists in 2025, they are celebrities. And they are doing you a favor. Even though you're bringing your money there and you made a decision to patronize her business. All right. So rewind, she said that she went on her site. That's the site where they have to, book their appointment and make their deposit. So the deposit was $50. Okay, right? Y'all know what the $50 entail. You can't be late. All these different rules that they have now. So she went in and, she said the one thing that she loved, that's why she kept coming back, was that she loved the way she styled her hair. She had the wrong size length of hair and the lady talked to her like a doll, like she was a little girl. Right? Mind you, in the midst of her talking like that, her daughter was in the way and as well. The lady already felt uncomfortable because of the fact that she has now alopecia from bad practices and she doesn't want anybody to see her hair. She's already feeling ashamed to have to come to the salon to hide what has been impacting her since she's lost all of her hair. She only has hair from the bottom part down. So just the back part, everything else is bald. All right. And so the young lady said in the midst of her, she said, I told you to get this kind of hair. This is the only kind of hair that I use. So it goes back to, if y'all watch one of my videos where I said, well, why do you have to get that particular hair? Oh, because they're making money off of it. Nothing wrong with it. But if your client comes in with something different, do the hair. It's just a different length. It's the same brand. It's just the same length. It's just a different length. So she fussed at her and talked to her really bad. I wish I could share the video, but she fussed and talked at her really bad about not having the correct hair. And then she was like, oh, so she was upset about that. So then the lady said the next time when she was coming to her, she said that she wanted her to just braid up. When she took the hair out, when she took the weave down, she said she had so much glue on her scalp because, she's bald. So she kind of combed it out, but her hair had grew some length. So she was like, oh, it's very, she says, so little, you can only put 3 braids in it. That's how much hair she has. So when she came in, she said, can you braid my hair? Braid the back. She said, yeah. She said, oh, that should have been an add-on. That's going to be an additional $10. And she's like, well, it's only you braiding this part of my hair. Now, I agree with the hairstylist. Don't come into someone's business and tell them what they should be charging. You've already made the decision to go in there and to take whatever abuse and whatever disrespect that they want to give you. The last thing you need to do is try to stand on business when it comes to the money, because you done dealt with everything else. Do you really think that she's going to listen to you about the money part, even if you're right? So to me, I thought that was like, you shouldn't have did that. But that's where it upset her at. And that's where it upset a lot of you guys at. Oh, how much I got to pay? Right? So you don't want to pay anything in additional, but you're paying a price because you have no hair. A lot of us are single, right? We're trying to date. Now you like somebody, and now you got to figure out how you're going to tell them that you have no hair under there. Or you always got to make sure you have money, because you are now locked into buying hair extensions, wigs, and weaves. Where other people, they take it for granted, other women take for granted that if they decide to get braids, if they decide to get hair extensions, they could do that. But with people who have allowed bad practices to take over their life from young age, now in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, you are living in pure frustration. You're afraid that people will know your secret, that you have no hair under there, and you have to keep up the appearance that you have. So that's why she kept going to the young lady, because however she cut it and styled it, the lady loved it. So she was like, I'm willing to take the abuse. So long story short, the lady stood on business about her $10 addition, and that ticked her off. So the lady said to her, the customer said to the hairstylist, when she said, why should I have to pay the $10? You only put in 3 braids. So the hairstylist said, it's people like you that make me effing want to not do this anymore. The fact that the hairstylist, let me just pull this all the way back, because let me tell y'all something about me, a pet peeve. 2 things I got pet peeves. Don't insult my intelligence, and don't disrespect me. Because one thing I try to do, I always tell people, you don't have to like me. You may not like me, but you will respect me. Regardless of what the relationship is, I think we should have boundaries where you understand you don't disrespect anybody. That's a grown woman. And then you're doing it in front of your child, right? So the lady said that she said that, and then her daughter chimed in and was telling her where, it is going to be $10 because we got to wash that. And, they just going on. So she felt really embarrassed. The lady was talking to her like a natural dog, right? Even dogs get talked to better than that. So you have to watch the video. If you go on TikTok, I'll probably put the link in there so you can see if you can go to it and watch it yourself. So the lady got upset with her, and I'm trying to remember everything, but I know it ended off where the lady was just basically like, don't come back, right? That the hairstylist telling you don't come back. Let me tell you what happened in this whole situation. So she had to talk about it because she was so hurt. And the main thing she kept talking about was the disrespect, how she talked to her like she was a nobody, and how she was giving her her money, and the lady still was talking to her and disrespecting her. And a lot of you are patronizing, and you're giving your money to people, to hairstylists just like this, right? And y'all already heard my whole spiel on the fact why you should not keep supporting somebody that has no respect for you, that has no respect for her own business, that has no respect, that's teaching her daughter the same thing. You should just never tolerate that. I don't, if I'm spending my money, let me tell you, and y'all done heard me say this in many videos. I had a salon, A World of Elegance, in Oviedo, Florida. I had clients of all race. A lot of times people didn't even know I was the owner because I didn't want them to know. I just wanted them to come in, experience, enjoy the services, and leave there feeling pampered and relieved and going home and being with your families, right? But I would thank them. I would say, you could have went to, it had to be at least 50 salons before you came to this one. But you chose me, and I'm so grateful that you choose me every time. But today in 2025, ladies, we do not have hairstylists that think that way. Why? Because it's consumers like you that make the hairstylists feel like they're the celebrities, they're doing you a favor, and at the end of the day, you're going to give me your money because there's nobody that can do hair like me. And the other reason is, it's only $85. It's only $225. It's only $175, right? And that's what you're basing it off. So now you're going to someone, and mind you, I'm listening to her, I'm waiting for her to say she washed, she tried to treat her hair, she tried to give her counseling on where she need to go to see if she can restore her hair. None of that was done. Those are the salons that you are going to. Those are the hairstylists that you are going to. Those are the women that say, hey, all I need is a specialty license. I don't need all that other stuff because I don't care whether you grow your hair back or not. Sit in the chair and take the abuse or whatever and give me my money. That's what it comes down to. And then we want to get on social media. We want to complain, go home, drive home, talk to our husbands, our friends, our family, and tell them how bad the service was. But then after you do all that, you pick yourself up 2 weeks later and you go back. So, the saying is, you mistreat me first time, shame on you. I come back a second time, shame on me. Shame on you both. I did feel bad for her, and I didn't like the fact, I don't want to say I didn't like the fact, I liked the fact that she pointed out, she said, I have alopecia, and that's the real reason. She didn't even want to come and do the live because she had alopecia. Now there is where I wanted to say, you didn't have to have alopecia, but because of years of going in with the weaves and the extensions and the glue and all that stuff, it has taken a toll. The improper taking down of the hair extensions, it has taken a toll, and your hair follicles have given up. But unfortunately, you don't even know if they are done because you are still going to the same people that took your hair out, the same kind of character of people that took your hair out, help you with the bad practices. You're still going to them. So you don't even try to get the help. No one is trying to help you to get to a doctor and say, you need to go to a dermatologist. Let's see if it's permanent or if it's not. Because if it's not permanent, then we can figure out ways to help you grow your hair back in the midst of you doing these styles. Maybe we can compromise. We don't have to put glue on your hair. Maybe we can do this. So it's so many things that could have happened in the consultation, but you was too afraid to even get a consultation, or that you couldn't even suggest anything because she was on 10, because she is the celebrity and she doing you a favor. So a lot of women are going to salons based on popularity, not skills. Well, let me take that back. Based on popularity and skills, because they got the skills. They have no business sense or no business skills. They have no people skills. They don't know how to talk to people. They are abusive. They probably themselves are in abusive situations or was raised in abusive situations. And at the end of the day, anything that you come and talk to them about, they take it personal. And the reason why, because they have not been trained properly. So I'm saying this, and I know they haven't been trained properly because I just saw a video and I commented on it, a video where the young lady was saying, you want to get your license, just promise me you don't do a chemical service and all this different stuff, and you can get it in like that. So a lot of them are saying, oh, I saw one girl say, oh, I'm in beauty school now. You mean I can get it like in a week? You can get it in a week. Yeah, you can get your license in a week. And they're running with that. So there's no education. And you're going in their chairs and they're saying, honey, where we live at, this is how much we charge. If you charge that, you'll build your clientele up. But yeah, you're going to build them up, but you're going to all you're doing is building up clientele because your skills does not benefit the customer. Your skill only benefits you. It's a microwave beauty. It's you doing your hair, that person's hair, but when that hair comes down, their hair is falling out, it's breaking off, and it's a vicious cycle. And I wanted to bring this out. And I'm saying to you both, the consumer, the clients, and the hairstylists, when are y'all going to stop? This is embarrassing, and it's in the black community. I'm trying to figure out which camera I'm looking at, where the camera at. So because I turned it horizontal. Wait, is it horizontal? Yeah, it's horizontal instead of I normally do vertical. When are you going to get tired? Now, this lady came back. She said the one thing she learned was that to choose character over the gift. And a lot of you are like that. Y'all, it's not even just in the salons. Y'all do that in the churches. The people fall and y'all, oh my God, honey, we judge the gift. God gives the gift without repentance. All of us have gifts. But I love the fact when I can see a person's gift and the qualities that they have. But if the character does not match, they don't have the character, and the character means that they have the mindset to say, you know what, I want to make sure when I grow in my business, I want to treat people good so they can keep bringing more people and building my establishment up on a good name. That's in the Bible. Having a good name is in the Bible. We don't think like that. A lot of us don't think like that. And a lot of us are going because Kiki came to the pool party and her hair was slayed, and you want your hair slayed like that for the Chris Brown concert. You have no care in the world, and that's cool, a one-time bid. But a lot of you are going to them over and over again, and that's why you're getting the service you're getting. That's why you're getting cussed out. That's why you're getting them where they having problems. They can't show up. They canceling your appointments. I saw one girl, the hairstylist, forgot she was still under the dryer, locked up, drove home. The client fell asleep under the dryer. I'm like, man. But they got the audacity to say and to talk and to handle their business like that because they have clients like you who say, hey, I don't care if I'm being abused as long as my hair come out good. And then you have cosmetologists, you have real hairstylists that can slay, that are kind, that have good business sense, that have good people skill, that can do the same work that person do. But because you choose my pocket, I'm saving $20 over here versus if I go to this person, you're choosing that. And guess what? You get what you deserve. It sounds bad, but that's the reality. So the only thing we can tell you is don't go back. It was something my stepson from a previous relationship, my previous marriage. He was a boy and he would go and do things. You know how they pick up he was a baby. He was like 3 years old. He'll go pick up something and it fall on his toe. And he'll say, oh, my toe. He'll cry to his dad and say, oh, my toe. And he say, oh, it hurt. Where it hurt at? And he'll show him. He said, don't do that again. That's all we got for you, honey. Don't do that again. I don't know what you want from us. Now, I did have sympathy for her because in that, I saw that she had a low self-esteem because of her hair loss. We don't talk about all the things that come with this. She had a low self-esteem because of her hair loss. She had a low self-esteem, period. She didn't feel worthy. And even in her explaining it, you saw it. She said, I just dealt with it because this is what I deal with it in other areas of my life. And it was very apparent. And a lot of you are the same way. So the best thing I can tell you is get the education, come on here, ask the questions. There are so many of you that can help each other out. There are so many hairstylists that are not like that. And a lot of you need not just help in just the outward appearance. You need a hairstylist that's going to build you up from the inside out. And even though we don't want to be counselors, that's who we are. We love our clients. We develop friendships and different things like that. And if you have that, don't cherish that and don't take it for granted, because if not, you're going to be dealing with these 2025 hairstylists, celebrity hairstylists that ain't never touched a celebrity in their life, but everybody know them. You're going to be dealing with them. All right. So I pray this video helps you. And last but not least, the money that you're trying to save by going to those hairstylists like that, the money that you're trying to save, you will, all that money that you think that you saved, once your hair is gone, you'll be spending twice, if not 5 times as much more money, because you didn't do the necessary steps to find the correct hairstylist to help cultivate and build your hair up and grow your hair instead, and still get the same looks that you wanted. Instead, because you chose to go the cheaper route, years to come, you're going to be the same one. You're going from option to you have to. So you're going to spend more money. All right. So that's up to you. I am Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist. Ladies, please like, share, subscribe. I pray that this video helps, that you don't take it personal. It's not a personal attack. It is the reality. It's factual that we're dealing with, and we need to change the narrative. We need to stop having these stories. And I don't care if people say, oh, they ain't gonna listen, they ain't gonna change. I'm gonna talk until I'm blue in the face. Well, I'm already black. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you next video. Bye.